Hi guys, it's me Aswad again, and this time I'm going to review Avengers: The Infinity War, and I just saw it today. Let me just straight away say this: this movie is an okay watch. You can watch this movie. It's well made in terms of CGI, but in terms of storyline, is weak. It's a weak storyline. I'm not gonna spoil so much about this movie because there's not a lot to spoil, and to me, generally, it's an underwhelming movie. I will explain a bit why. First, the story is about Thanos, this guy who wants to kill half of the population of this universe, and then he have to fight the Avengers. So the Avengers, including Doctor Strange and Guardian of the Galaxy, Thor, go fight with him. It's a 2.5 hour movie, I think 2+ hour movie. And to be honest, the crowd that I watched with, really there was no loud, like it's a great movie or it's not so much, because it's such an underwhelming movie that there's no consequences. Whatever happened in this movie will not shock you and will not, like, seriously, I thought it would be shocking to you, to me, but when I watched it, it was just an underwhelming, because I know nothing bad will happen. Nothing bad really happens, if you think about it. And at the end of it, when you come out of the cinema, maybe because I'm old or I'm jaded or I've seen so many better movies, that when I left the theater, I thought it's an okay movie, but the story isn't really good. Now there's two bad. Agnes, you see the trailer, you know it takes place in some of the locations, like Wakanda. It takes place in Wakanda, and there's another person involved here, Doctor Strange. Now this is not actually a spoiler, but I just want to say that what happened in Wakanda, where they did something stupid, to me is stupid, because they made, I don't know, it's just they made a stupid decision in Wakanda, which really, like, I was thinking, why did they do that? And yeah, that really boggles my mind. I mean, it really made me like, I really wasn't at all like hyped in during the movie. I was not bored. I have to say that I was not bored, because there's a lot of things happening. But whatever that is happening on screen, the result or the effect is very minimal, to me. And the crowd itself, I mean, they were very quiet. No, it was not the effect that, like, Black Panther had, on the crowd. This is a very, like, people were quiet and people were just thinking, and to me was really underwhelming. But the biggest thing that really makes me go, really not liking this movie, like, okay, is the Doctor Strange scenes. Okay, let me tell you, if you have not watched Doctor Strange movie before this, and this is your first Marvel movie, you probably enjoy this movie, you probably like this movie. But if you have seen Doctor Strange movie that came out before this, and then you see Doctor Strange here, and he also fights Thanos, that is not a spoiler, he also fights Thanos, and you have seen the Doctor Strange movie before this, to me, Doctor Strange can beat Thanos so easily. So easily. He fought in his own movie one of the most complicated villain in his own movie, and this is not a spoiler because it already passes. It's in the Doctor Strange movie. He's shown special ability to change time, and then it was revealed in that movie that he have the time stone. Okay, so he has the ability to use time, and he has the time stone, right? Doctor Strange is basically, to me, one of the most powerful Avenger, So okay, so now when he fought Thanos, and he has these abilities that if you seen the movie Doctor Strange, you will understand what I'm talking about, because he can take Thanos and fight in this another universe and use the machine time stone to do magic and to do reverse time and stuff like that. So in Avengers Infinity War, Doctor Strange really, I forgot that he made that movie, or forgot that he has these abilities, and he made the most stupid decision to me in this movie, and I have to say it's just dumb. And coming out of the cinema, and thankfully I wasn't like hyped by the CGI. I was still sober. I walk out the cinema and I was thinking like, why did he do that, man? He could have won this battle. Whereas when you see what happened to him, what happened to Doctor Strange in this movie, like what he did, he gave, I mean, I don't want to spoil it, but it was such a bad decision, and he could have easily won the battle. And he didn't. He didn't use his ability. He can do so much more in the previous movie, in his own movie, that I was surprised at the level of incompetency that he shows here. And I was like, such an underwhelming movie. This movie Avengers, even though it's made by my favorite two directors who directed my favorite one, Captain America Winter Soldier, and Captain America 3 Civil War. I like them, their style of direction, but in this movie, I don't blame them. It's difficult to put this story because there's so many characters. But there's two decisions in this movie. The Wakanda scene, there was one bad decision, and then the second scene, with Doctor Strange, what he did, and it was so underwhelming, so disappointing, and I walk out, I feel underwhelmed. I'm not saying, and let me be honest with you, I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I'm not saying it's at all a bad movie. I think it's a watchable movie. It's an okay movie. It's not to the standard that is the level that I expect from Marvel nowadays, And to me, number one movie from them is still, to me, the ranking goes to one, Black Panther is number one to me. Number two is Captain America Civil War is still one of the best movies. Number three is Captain America Winter Soldier, and then the first Avengers. So this movie could, I don't know, I mean, this is below Thor. This is below Guardian of the Galaxy 1 for me, It could be better. This is better than Guardian of the Galaxy 2. To some extent, it's better than Doctor Strange. Even though you have to watch Doctor Strange to understand why I'm so frustrated with this movie. But I have to be honest with you, I can be hyped. I want to like this movie. I want to be hyped about this movie. But it's such a disappointing thing. And okay, there's people a lot talking about spoiler, and then before you watch it, you were expecting somebody to die and whatnot. Let me tell you something. Whatever happens in this movie, this is a two-parter movie. There's gonna be a part 2 next year, Infinity War 2. But whatever happened in this movie is not the final. I think that's why the audience wasn't really sad, or you won't be sad. If you see something tragic or sad, you actually don't have to feel sad, because I believe nothing is final, and that is so underwhelming on top of the other things. The only part I like is the story of Thor. I like Thor. Thor and the Guardian of the Galaxy guy. I mean, I really enjoyed their scenes, their parts. But the rest of the movie, I just feel, it's an okay movie. You can tell, I really want to like this movie, man. But the some of the scenes were just, man, what story decision. Okay, Thanos, the character Thanos, they want to create a relatable or villain or something. I really wasn't impressed with Thanos. For me, it's just, like I said, an okay villain. I'm really still in the mood of the Black Panther. I think I really like Killmonger. In terms of villain, I put Killmonger one. Second one is Loki. Third one is, I would say, Bucky from Captain America 2, Winter Soldier, because he's so good in that movie. I'm quite shocked that I'm going to be underwhelmed. I was expecting to be, wow, this is a great, amazing movie, but it's not, guys. It's really just, I'm surprised that I'm not overwhelmed. I'm quite surprised that is an underwhelming movie. And thank you guys for watching. It's a long enough video, and hopefully you enjoy my review. Peace. I'm trying to be honest, and I try to be honest and not to be too hype about everything you see. After all, it's just a creation of the corporation. But yes, it's an enjoyable movie for the family. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.